there are role-playing game forums. The way they play them may be boring for some of you. This is why not so many people play them. Someone writes a story, like a central storyline, and then other people come and write their own pieces. They can deviate from that central storyline, and that's called the role RPG forums. Okay, so this is, we have that. So here's one example. I'm not going to show you the videos embedded. I'll just walk you through how I'm trying to play it. When I call it everyday life game, that's my life. Okay, I can come here, present you all this, knowledge we have excellent discussion. I really enjoy the class. I hope you do. You'll tell me your feedback. But the point is, two major questions. Number one, does student work has value beyond just a grade? And that's what we are trying to answer. If you put your presentations and people come to see them, it means yes, there is some interest to it. It's not just for the grade, something more than that. And if they come to see your presentation, then you could get some benefits from it. Number two question is, if there is value in instructors' work beyond just the grade. You come to my office, you will see this stack of papers, homework, for the college algebra, for everything else. Have you heard about this people who signed foreclosures and they call them robo-signers? Mm-hmm. So I feel sometimes like a robo-grader. And I don't want to be one of them. They put them in jail or going to. So I don't want just to give you a grade and that's the end of the story. There is more behind it, much more. So the other value, this is my point, trying to make more out of just teaching process. This is a part of my life, it's a reality game, I'm trying to play it creatively by creating this. And you've seen that. So let me go back to that, you can keep it from this. So this is a very short PowerPoint, and this is Introduction to Engineering. You see it's only part one. And it explains here what I'm basically doing. And you go through this, you see it says about, just look at how little text is there. Mostly images and some links. You click here, you will see example of this presentation. So I call it bulletproof format, where you just put bullets and you put links. And you go here, you click on this, you will see the whole lecture that I gave to you, and people can come up and find it. And here's that diagram I wanted you to come up today. And basically, it was supposed to be why students test fail. And that's what we will talk about in the future pretty soon. How people invent and this invention methods. Now you see this gentleman. You click on this, you will see the video how he explains it. Alright? Now if he approves it, but you already saw how he explained it. So is it okay we can show it now? He will see it. Alright, anyways. Okay. And the format of the presentation, how it's written, it's changed. Originally, it's what I call first shooter format. I'm talking about, hey, that's what I do. I went to the school, I had these presentations, you can go and see them and so on. Now it's format of almost like a book. It's not me talking, it's my character. And that guy I told you, his name is MrR. Okay, that guy is crazy. And you have to separate me from him. Alright, he writes all these books, I'm just kind of watching him, that he doesn't do the stupid stuff. And I'm not going down with him. But the point is, in this case, efficiency of life doubles. Now you have not only one life, you have two. Plus, your perspective is not only as a first shooter format. You are looking at yourself from the short shooter perspective. And this is just absolutely different because you have to understand the way you wake, the way you're thinking, is how neurons change the connections and what happens inside. So when you think from the perspective about yourself, from the perspective of third person, it's absolutely different dynamics inside your head. This is just unbelievable change in perspective, and it's really interesting and important. And you just need to do it carefully, I don't want anyone to become bipolar or whatever. So you have to learn how to do it step by step, slowly. But first, you can read this and see if you like it or not. But that is just an example. And by the way, this is an example of creativity that we will be talking about. When we come to the point, there is difference between innovation and creativity. And you will be asked, if you want, of course, to show your creativity. So compose a little song or come up with a little poem or whatever you consider creative. Maybe you're knitting. So give an example of creativity anyway. And again, and I'll explain to you, there is a lot of research done about this difference between creativity and innovation and how the brain works. That is where the key really is. It's all about what happens inside. You see just, me waving hands and so on, but it's all inside the brain. But this was excellent. The way he did it right there on the fly, I really enjoyed it. And yeah, when I walked in, and he says, "Hey, hello, Mike." You have to understand it's taken out of context. Okay, several things people don't see, and of course, you cannot show all little details, but it's all. If you put it together, it's like little pieces of puzzle. That's how I call it. This is a piece of puzzle of everyday life, and you can piece them together, and you create the whole picture of your life, basically. And it could be 3D too. Well, let's go to the next slide. And it's again just illustration. There's nothing special about it, but that is we illustrated that. And again, this was the video I took. It was more for self-protection. It's an example of self-protection, but self-defense. But video was because of liability or other things. We know nothing really bad happened. Now here you see, and I never use the names here. These people have names like a singer or VIP or something, or VMP, Vice President of Marketing. So here you click on this, you will see the explanation about that. And then there's a part of what I call guessing game. If you read that, you will guess what will be the next move in this game. I cannot tell you I know it for sure. There's a whole bunch of choices I can make. But that becomes interesting and you will understand why eventually. So this is just example. Nothing special, but for you to better understand, I'll give you another example. I have a college algebra student. And that guy is pretty good. And I was talking to him and he said, asking, why you didn't do the homework on time? So, I have so many different things. I have like English I have to take care of. I said, what about your English? I have to prepare argumentative essay. I said, what's your essay will be about? He said, I don't know yet. How about this? You will make an essay in support of college algebra, telling other kids, other students how important it is, college algebra, for you. And I'm talking to his, at least trying to contact his instructor, his professor, to make sure that she gives him that assignment. So what I'm showing you is synergies. We are here, there are incredible talents here. I mean, look at you, you're an incredible talent. This guy is unbelievable. Okay? You have all these things inside you, we can just leverage them together. That's the point. The structure, the system that lets you to leverage it together. Like, again, 1 week before I was coming here, I saw people playing outside. 3 students from the music department. So I, again, pulled out my camera, I asked their permission. They said, yeah, that's fine, we want you to do it. Because they need you to use their music. And you need their music for your presentations. Think about it. Think about the talent that's all around, and you can combine it together and make it sensible and meaningful enjoyment. So I have 2 major goals here, the way I understand it. Number 1, to give you the knowledge and the skill to use the knowledge for your application in real life. And number 2, if you have a little fun, that will be even better. Okay, so that's the idea. Because again, our classical way classical literature is usually if you analyze it. It starts here, then comes back to the same point. So I'll come back to the same point about this meeting we had with physics teacher. One of our deans was there, and he was giving a presentation. He was talking about that how much he liked physics before, but then he had an instructor at college. He was extremely boring. He was so boring that the guy changed his major and became a biology major. Okay, I don't want to be boring here. I want you to have some fun with it, but also to learn. And of course, the focus is on learning, but fun is not bad either. So hopefully, again, if you have this understanding, it would be great. Now, this video is too long. You want to have them no longer than 2 minutes. But I'm just learning how to play it, so bear with me.